Now, as I mentioned, this is what I'm calling the first episode of the program for the fall. It's post Labor Day.
Yeah.
It is kind of, I mean, we're not in the 90s, or we kind of, I don't know, really down here in the Austin area. But regardless, we are entering the fall, and in drum corps, Labor Day, thanks to your Boss Crusaders, has become the official, like this is the first day that drum corps can officially announce changes. Now, staff members can announce it on their own. People can do all this stuff. Rumors can fly. But drum corps cannot announce till Labor Day, which was yesterday as of this recording. But a drum corps that has been notorious ever since their program coordinator got there for releasing things as fast as humanly possible is the Troopers Drum and Bugle Corps out of Casper, Wyoming. And I believe this is the second, if not third year in a row, where it seems like the very second horns down,
they walk off the field,
the show is announced for the next year. As soon as the drum major and the ghost walked out in that back corner, I think somebody, or they had a timed post, and they announced their 2026 production, Into Darkness. Now, did you see their release?
I saw the graphic.
You saw the graphic.
I just looked at my phone and said, oh, I'm so shocked that they announced it immediately. And then I put my phone down and I didn't really think about it after that.
Now, I saw it and immediately it popped in my head, and I saw people on Reddit and Twitter all saying the same thing eventually, that their graphic, their fonts, the color, all the jungle type stuff, the very small helicopters in the background gave a very Vietnam vibe. And because the word darkness reminded me of the book Heart of Darkness, which was then turned into the movie Apocalypse Now. So it wouldn't be out of the realm of a Troopers type show to do a war. I say war show.
It's a dark show, so I mean, Troopers does dark shows.
They do, and they can still kind of wear cowboy hats.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't. Yes? No.
Yes, no,
I don't
maybe.
know. They can wear hats.
Yes.
Yes, men with hats.
Maybe they'll be.
That's a band, not a mention of gender, but
maybe they'll be army hats or.
Army, yeah, because Army. Now you are not old enough to have gone to Vietnam. Either have I.
Shockingly, no.
No. My father did go to Vietnam, but now there are some differences for those of you that haven't read Heart of Darkness or haven't seen Apocalypse Now. Have you seen Apocalypse Now?
I have seen it.
It's one of the greatest movies of all time. Iconic soundtrack, so much so that people assume Adagio for Strings is written for Apocalypse Now. They just associate.
I haven't heard that, but.
Well, it was one of those like, oh, play that song from Apocalypse Now. Like that's what non-music type folks. Now the book was written about the 19th century Congo. They changed it to be about the Vietnam War. Now this particular year, 2025, and I don't know if Tim Snyder and company are like, but this was the 50th anniversary of the end of the war, which was April 30th, 1975, the fall of Saigon.
That might confirm a few things.
Oh,
maybe.
Anyway, but they'll be doing it in 2026. So 51, I guess it kind of works. I don't know. Now, in the movie, as we mentioned, they do play Adagio for Strings. I believe it's the scene, it's like the ending scene or something as close to the end. It's a very emotional scene. I think he's flying off in the helicopter. Yeah. That's when they'll play Adagio Strings. But also at the beginning of the movie or beginning of the war type stuff, Ride of the Valkyries is played in an iconic, the sun is in the background and the helicopters are flying in.
Iconic scene from the movie.
Correct. Like, and you can see it in Avatar, you can see it in Man of Steel. Like, it is definitely used. Now, would Troopers be smart to play either of these songs or to avoid either of these songs? What do you think about that?
I think it would be smart if they for sure made it 100%. This is about Vietnam. This is about nothing else. It's Vietnam. I think Ride of the Valkyries and Adagio for Strings would work. But I do raise you a question.
Ooh.
Will they be able to play Adagio for Strings as the end of it as good as Cadets 2013 did?
You just see, this is great. This is great. You're pulling from the past. Obviously we're talking about a corps that we haven't seen or heard yet, a 2026 Troopers. And you're talking about the Cadets 2013. What was the name of that show?
Side by Side.
Oh man.
One of the greatest written shows ever.
Wow. That is a take. But what's interesting is that you said Cadets 2013 and not Vanguard 2000, the Age of Reverence. Is that what it was? Or 2001? It was when the battery went to the front. They had suspended cymbals and they played Adagio for Strings.
Oh no, no, it wasn't that one.
But so you hold the Cadets Adagio.
I hold Cadets.
You know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because correct me if I'm wrong, was Jay Bocook arranging
Yes,
that?
he was.
Okay, so Jay Bocook, one of the Four Horsemen, one of the greatest brass arrangers, DCI arrangers of all time. No offense to Tim Snyder whatsoever, but it's Jay Bocook.
It's
right?
going to be hard to live up to.
It will be hard to live up to. They have different styles. You know, the drum corps have different styles. And, you know, this show, here's the thing. I think that if they can create enough tension, and Troopers are nothing if not about tension, not about the playing, but just what they do. If they can create 8 minutes or 9 minutes of tension, and then you get that release. If Adagio's the closer and they end it that way, you can give them a run for the money.
Sweet release.
It could be. It could be. But if it's just like the ballad, then it's like, I mean, that's fine. That's cool.
It's cool.
But again, I mean, if the show isn't about Vietnam, if it's, I don't know, who knows? If it's about war, if it's just about war,
then
I guess it works. I don't know.
Maybe.
But also the judges are my age and older, way older. They know about Apocalypse Now. They know about Adagio for Strings. I think that there will be enough knowledge to maybe reward them for it, or to also be like, oh, you know, I really would. If you were doing this, you should probably go all in. And maybe that's what they're thinking. Like, how much do we really do Apocalypse Now? If they even do that. This is just us. This is just me thinking out loud. So I don't know. But on your excitement meter, and it can be 1 to a million or 1 whatever, where does this announcement fall for you for the Troopers next summer?
So with it being about, if it's about Vietnam, and I'm doing what I want, if they're doing what I hope they're going to do, it's like an 8 to a 9.
Ooh.
If they're just doing a show about war, it's like a 6 to a 7.
Now, are you familiar with the Madison Scouts when they did their military show?
Which one?
The most recent 70s. One of it was the Jim Masons, and they all wearing the fatigues, and at the end they have the 4 soldiers, and they ended with "You'll Never Walk Alone." They ended with their core song.
I haven't seen it in like 3 years.
I saw it recently enough. Obviously, that was more of an ambiguous sort of No Man Left Behind. They were all men at the time. No Man Left Behind type show. So it wasn't specifically about a certain military war or anything like that.
In general,
it was just general. This one has the potential to be about a very polarizing war in American history. I wish you could say the only polarizing war in American history, but American history is American history. Yeah, I too. If they go all in on like a Vietnam era type, I'm in. I'm in for that. If they just are generic, that'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I want this to be like, oh, this is a Vietnam show.
No holding back. Just go for it. No, what's the word? Where you compromises. No compromises.
No compromises. There we go.
Don't compromise design, I guess. Go for it. Be weird. Be crazy.